This is the Beats and Balls Show. This is the Beats and Balls Show.
No one loves a black player more than Gareth Southgate, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? No one. Understand that. Exactly. He's the most marketable athlete on the planet. Like, period.
New balls, please.
Hello, welcome to Beats and Balls with myself, JJB. I am the Posh Yardie, and I'm joined this week, as I always am, by him over there.
Adam, good to be here.
Good?
Yeah, man, all good.
What's been going on?
Well, New Year. Loads about to kick off, you know? Nah, I don't say that.
You don't lie to yourself.
Nah, man, resolutions.
New Year, same Zeke.
By March, we forgot what it was. It's same Zeke, yeah, man. You got to be happy with who you are, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, 2019 is going to be big. This is one of them, so yeah, I'm glad to be here, man.
And who are we going to share with us this week? Who's joining us this week?
We have one of the realest talking sports journalists out there, Natasha Henry.
What it do? What you saying?
What an intro.
What it do? Come on.
I'm good. How are you boys? Yeah chilled, man. Christmas, chilled New Year's, like ready to go.
Really? You were talking about some used to be an angel, now no longer an angel a second ago. So was it really a chilled Christmas?
No, I let the children be angels. I'm too old for all that now.
Too old for that. At least you're real with it.
Oh, okay.
Right, we're going to chat some more Tash in a little bit, but just tell people out there, Zeke, what's this show all about? What do people need to know about Beats and Balls?
Beats and Balls, what is it? You know what? Beats and Balls for us, you know, you're not going to hear anything about 442 tactics. Nah. That's all for the other ones.
Dead.
Sky Sports.
Dead food.
We are talking about the culture off the pitch. Mm-hmm. That's the music, the fashion, the hair, the music videos, you know, the dancing, all of that. That's what's coming through on this pod. So yeah, we've got loads coming through, and I'm excited.
And as well as Tash on the show, we've got one of the most opinionated Man United fans, one of the biggest voices on YouTube, Rants'n'Bants in the show later on as well. Yeah. So people have got to stay tuned to hear about Rants. We spoke about swagger. He gave us his lowdown about who in the Premier League, in his opinion, is bringing the real swag. So stay tuned for that one later as well. And we've also got an interview that we've done already with the Spurs ladies defender Rene Hector as well, talking about music. And she told me that she used to study music and she almost went down the route of music as opposed to football. So again, we'll hear from Rene a bit later on.
Cool.
So Zeke, talk to me. What's going on?
Loads. Look. I mean, as you can see, everyone can see what I'm wearing right now. Yeah, so
look at this guy.
The faith is back, innit? The belief is back.
Now his chest is pushed out again.
I'm wearing that United top with none other than the Pogba on the back, so everything is bliss.
So I'm sure about a year ago on Beats and Balls,
Why you still in 2018?
You were bigging up Jose. He's the guy.
Were you?
All of a sudden,
I thought you had more sense than that.
This guy was pro Jose hard.
A year ago, we could go through a whole list of stuff that happened a year ago that we wouldn't be back in right now. Yeah, so here and now, in the moment, times are good. Ole.
Oh, good. Let's talk socials.
Yes.
What's been catching your eye recently on the social media thing? What's been grabbing you?
You know what? It's got to be the Gone Lean on the video with Ole leading and Pogba and Jesse Lingard doing the dance after we, you know.
So fill people in, because when I first saw it, it went over my head. What was the goal he scored? Must be.
As we know, Jesse Lingard, when he scores, he does a dance.
Yes.
Yeah, and I eagerly anticipate the next dance, because I don't know what he's doing.
Is your life that boring?
Listen, I don't know what he's doing when he's doing it. Then I research what was that dance, and then I pretend I knew what that dance was. And when my 18-year-old nephew says to me, "Did you watch the game?" I was like, "Yeah." And do you see the dance? Yeah, that's the Gone Lean thing, isn't it? And
you were like, "Yeah, I know. I got that." These times you don't know enough.
I had no idea.
That's what little cousins and nephews are for. Believe
you know
me.
You just have to kind of ask them the questions without really letting them know you don't know what you're talking about, so they can get it out, and then I can discuss it on a pod like this. But then a meme came out with the manager Ole Gunnar and Lingard and Pogba with their heads on bodies doing the dance.
It was funny still. It was funny.
So yeah, it's just that good energy right now at Old Trafford that's catching me right now. Other than that,
hang on, before you move on though, I gotta say on Lingard as well. Like, you've kind of sold me on Lingard in the last year. I can't like that. He's my guy now. I like him.
Yeah. Is he your guy enough to do
talk about that.
Lingard sign? Can you pop the Lingard sign?
No, but what I will say is this:
he's not your guy yet.
During the World Cup, I must admit the only reason, Tash, I wanted to see Lingard score was because I wanted to see what celebration he was going to bring.
I'm saying
I'm not going to lie. I was looking forward to seeing what Lingard did on the pitch. No, you're not having.
No, I mean, do you know what he's?
Come on, man.
I respect his hustle. I respect his graft.
What about his swag?
But there's still something about him that he's just. Yeah, I'm just not feeling. It just feels like he just wants to be Pogba, and it does. I'm sorry. You want to be Pogba, you want to be Rashford. Like, you're never going to be as good as these guys. Just be happy with who you are.
But that's why I like him, because I think he knows that I'm never going to be a world class player.
When you're bringing out a clothing label?
Yeah, but come on, everyone
Who was asking
does
for Jayling's clothes at Christmas? Because you need to get your child adopted. I'm sorry.
That label? It says "Be yourself." That's a message for the kids, man.
I honestly haven't looked at it, so I didn't know that. And that's a positive message. Exactly, be yourself. Don't try and be the better players in the team.
Wow. Tasha's not having none of it. Right, okay.
Everyone knows my relationship, what I think of Jesse Lingard. So that's nothing new.
I was with you, but I must admit, I like the fact that...
I respect his hustle. I respect his graft on the pitch because, like I say, he isn't the most talented player. No. But he works hard, and I'm always gonna rate players that work hard.
He has that.
But it's his personality doesn't misspirit and attack to him.
Jeez. So speaking of Man United players, a former United player who's currently playing at Lyon in France, Memphis Depay, who I used to call Memphis the Poo, because he was really, really, really poor. What's he been up to? Because he's been making waves online as well.
He's been making waves in the music scene, or as some
slick video.
He invested that weekly wage. I must.
That looks like a month. Not even a week. That's a month.
When I heard that he had a video, I thought it would be like, a little phone thing I'm playing around. It was a full production.
Full production.
Yeah,
have you seen it?
I've seen a tiny little intro, and I'm still in shock. I thought man was coming out with some awful raps, and we were all going to be taking the mic. But
to be fair to him,
he's really modelling himself like on a Genuine.
It's not garbage.
I've heard worse.
Production's good.
Yeah, it's not garbage.
The track. You know what I mean?
Should I play it now?
Play a little bit of the track.
Play a little bit.
Just a little bit of the track. Come on.
Come on. He's in love in the forest. They're in the pool. Every love song cliche.
See, if you haven't seen it out there, you guys out there, you've got to check it out. Go on the Instagram page and check it out, because
if you're going to try and do something, then do it properly. And he's doing it properly.
Exactly.
It's not Patrice Evra in his hotel room. I know that's a joke, and he's not trying to do something properly, but there was a director and a producer and wardrobe for things like that.
I can't knock him for this. It's not garbage.
I've seen worse.
Maybe that was his signing on fee that he used.
Exactly. So what? So obviously we're seeing now, Tash, that a lot of football players are using things like Instagram and their Twitter pages and also their social media handles to try and get across their personality and to get across their character. And it seems to be working. He's built up a massive fan base because as a player, he's a good player, Depay, but I reckon
I've got to stop saying doing these things.
I reckon a bigger part of his fan base now are clocking onto him because of Memphis Depay, the guy, as opposed to Memphis Depay, the player.
Yeah, there's loads that won't know him from his time at Old Trafford who aren't even interested in his time at Old Trafford and being Memphis Depay. They don't care about that. They're just going to see a guy who apparently loves music and wants to be a musician, or the lifestyle that he leads, or the messages that he's sending, the interact. I think a lot of it is always the interactions with fans. I think whether they've got a social media team or they're doing it themselves, they can be very clever about which fans they pick to respond to, have a laugh, have a joke, or be the rich wealthy footballer that can help someone. So there's going to be enough people out there that don't care that he plays football. They're just going to be buzzing off the tune.
It's true, because this boy, he has swagger. His fashion is on point, because footballers have a lot of money. Yeah. So they can buy any brand they want. So what they do is they follow trend, right? The D Squared, the big brands that are on trend right now, and they just plaster it on and they go out and say, I'm wearing everything.
I can afford everything.
I'm a believer. Exactly. It's not what you wear, it's how you wear it. Someone can have a £500 coat and someone else can have a £5 coat. But if Pogba could put on a little Primark coat, that would sell out tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I don't know, a Charlie Adam could put on a £500 or no, let me think again.
Why go to Charlie Adam?
No, but
I've been ready for how long?
I was reading about Stoke today and Blackpool, actually. But you know what I mean? No one's going to go out and buy that because he doesn't present it in that way. Sorry, Charlie.
Memphis has fashion, like high fashion style. So,
what do you think of Bellerin?
Bellerin, what, with a tie up?
just in general, his fashion.
That's what I can see.
See, the thing is, he's an example of what I think you guys are saying. I don't believe it with Bellerin. I think that he's an example of someone that has got all the money and he's young and he just put everything on. He just put everything on. I'm going to wear the most funky cap, the weirdest glasses, some cravat, whatever. I don't believe it.
I think it's his friends as well. You know, when people seem to have a friendship group and that's the interest, you know, the people that you never knew were interested in music and then all of a sudden they want to be a rapper because they've got a new group of friends who are into that. Bellerin's, I agree, came out of nowhere.
Just random, man. Changed the haircut. And I think the friends around him influenced and just thought, yeah, you could do it.
He's getting in that circle.
You're not that guy.
We should do a little do some research for the next pod to see, you know, who has the style, who hasn't. Like, actually put people to shame as to who's buying.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Because I'm interested.
I also want to know from Tasha, from a woman's point of view, who are the players in and around the Premier League that put the football to one side? Who are the guys that do, like, yeah, he's about it?
What does that mean?
Who?
What does that mean?
Who look comfortable in what they're wearing. Don't look like they were dressed by their mum or their sister.
Charlie Adams and now.
No, I didn't.
What's coming? Know it.
Oh God, you are killing me today. Okay, so do you know what? I remember seeing Alexander-Arnold when the England squad got their suits.
Okay.
And they were walking out to do their picture. And you know when someone just looks comfortable within themselves. He's a young guy. He's 18. Do you know what I mean? He was fixing his suit to fit him. I think that's someone that I would look at and say, you've got your own style. Rashford, who I love as a player, I saw a picture of him the other day and it did feel like, you know, Selfridges just went and delivered him a bag and said, this is what you wear.
And this is how you wear it.
Yeah, and this is how you wear it. And he doesn't, because his personality isn't a Pogba or even a Lingard, he didn't look completely comfortable in what he was wearing. No. You know, I'm trying to think who else I would say dress as well.
Did you look at it and think, yeah, man's about it?
Oh, that's a hard one, you know. A lot of the time it is the foreign players.
I was going to say, do you know who I'm not deciding on yet? Aubameyang. I can't work out if Aubameyang is doing his thing or if he's trying too hard.
No, I think he's doing his thing.
You think he's doing his thing?
Yeah, I think he's doing his thing. I don't care what you think I look like. Yeah. If I get up in the morning, I feel like I look good. The cars, the hair, you know, I mean, come on. I love you, but still, you know, I feel like it's
Maserati.
him. I mean, Lacazette in a suit, you know, I'm happy with that. He looks good in a suit.
He looks smart. Right, so we want to hear from people out there if they've got suggestions, obviously, who they want us to check out on social media and who they think are running things on social media. So anybody out there, get in touch with us and let us know who we should be looking out for. Right, so something we're going to do every single month, Zeke, me and you, we're going to have it out. Tell the people then what we're going to be doing every single month.
We're both going to pick who we see as the baller of the month.
And define that.
That's the person who's carrying the most swagger, backing it up though, you know, based on what they've done, what they're doing in the current month. So, you know, no small boys in this one.
No small boys, all ladies. So we'll let you guys know who our suggestions are for Ball of the Month a bit later on. Right, I mentioned earlier on that we caught up with Rants earlier this week and spoke about swag, and he was very, 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 what's the right word? He was very articulate and very passionate about who he thinks in the Premier League is doing it big, and here he is. The best person to kind of decide on who's bringing the swag is, we've got a guest here, Rants'n'Bants. Rants, what are you saying?
What are you saying, man?
You good?
Yeah, I'm
good. Those that don't know Rants'n'Bants, Rants is a part of United Stand.
Yeah.
Flex and Rants. And he's also got his own output and video content on YouTube as well, via so many other platforms as well. So if you don't know about Rants, go and check him out on YouTube. So Rants, I wanted to get you in. You've been on the show Beats and Balls now a few times. Yeah. Blessed for coming on and coming in again. Let's chat about swagger, man, because you're a man that has swag. First of all, before we even get into swag and how that kind of permeates in football, what does swagger mean to you? What does having swag mean to you?
Oh no, I just think it's unique to the person, innit? I think, yeah, just having your own swag, it's like your identity, really, innit? So I just feel like different individuals just rock stuff in a different way. Like they might wear the same stuff as you, but it looks better on them because of how they wear it. Do you know what I mean? I think your swag is just like your personality just on the outside, basically.
So how much swag do you think, Rants, there is in football? Because
no, the majority of these footballers, like, they dead. Oh, it's terrible.
Dead food.
You know what I mean? And you know what it is, yeah? Like, a lot of people think because you've got money and you wear designer labels that you're swaggy. You look dead anyway. Like, you can be head to toe in Gucci and look rubbish. Do you know what I'm saying? And I could go to Primark and pick out an outfit and it just looks colder. Like, it's not about how much money you spend on an outfit. It's not about the label. It's about how you